Hello, welcome to GameMarx. On to this week's show, a game from Japan, a puzzle game, and a platformer. We'll also look at our top 5 Xbox Live indie games, and we will select our game of the week. To the show. Our first review up is my review, and this in the ear, in the sky.
I don't know. I saw one.
Mimi's adventures inside the eardrum canal.
I think Mimi actually translates in the ear when we started pulling things off of Google Translate.
The Japanese developer did send me an email, and he referred to it as quote in the ear. I don't know if that's because I do, and he just wanted to make sure we're talking about the same game. But go ahead and launch us in there, Dylan. So this twin-stick shooter, and the cool thing is that the closer you get when you destroy them, the larger the score is. You are only playing for high score. Doesn't seem to be any levels that I ever came across when I was playing this. But as you get higher up, you do run into larger and larger creatures that take more and more shots to take down. There's a dash mode in the game. I never found myself using it. I found it way too awkward for the controls to use it, because you kind of have to move in that direction and hit the dash right trigger at the same time.
It's still very, very kawaii.
I think it has its charm, carries it a long way. The fact of the matter is, I found this game to be needing a little something more. You know, it's good on all counts, but it just needed to be a little something more. Like if there was levels to it, boss encounter, something, I could have given this game a buy. But as it stands now, this game was a try for me. Any notes while you're playing there, Dylan? Thoughts?
Yeah.
It's engrossing, it sucks you in.
Yeah.
It's fun, it's challenging.
I'm actually kind of having to concentrate to...
Yeah, the little red guys that are flying around really get difficult to avoid there. And if you really play it like you're playing it right now, like the real way to play this is first score, and you need to get in close and take them out for points.
That's what I'm trying to do. I didn't realize playing the trial that's...
Yeah, and now here comes in the larger, one of the larger monsters that will come in. There he is.
Oh.
And the larger ones will shoot at you and be a little bit harder to take down. And they just get more frequent as the game goes on.
I think when we were originally doing a trial of this, I thought that was a boss. Which I guess kind of it is.
Kind of reminds me of, what's his name on Naruto?
The fireballs definitely have that style. Oh, Orochimaru?
Yeah.
Why do I know that?
I don't know. I was about to say Orochimaru, but you beat me to it. I almost thought I had it wrong.
I think if you're a dual-stick shooter fan, this has to be in your collection.
Yeah.
This is just so different, and yet not. You know, it's subtly different, but yeah, you're about the point. This is about as far as I get into the game. After about 3 minutes in, it becomes really hard to.
But it's not as
avoid.
It doesn't get as tense as some of the other ones do, like Geometry Wars. You know, that pretty much throws you right into.
Yep, so this is in the ear, and my review should be up on the site by the time this video airs. our next review up, Cicely did, and it is Platformance, Castle Pain. To the pain?
Pain in my butt.
To the pain.
This game is your traditional platformer, and basically all you do is jump. He's got a sword in his hand, as you can see, but all you do is jump. And those little candlesticks are the checkpoints, and it's really cute. You're gonna miss the platform.
Do the checkpoints... Whoa, what just happened there?
He zoomed out. It's got 3 levels of zoom, so you can see the entire puzzle. And
That's kind of cool. I mean, that
doesn't
looks
that
cool.
look like Nintendo Power right there?
That looks like the map when you look at your Castlevania map, you know, when you see where all you gotta go.
And as you increase the difficulty, things get faster, the traps increase. I think on, like, whatever the hardest setting is, like, this next trap has, like, 4 or 5 little things.
Yeah, I
trying to kill
played
you.
this on, like, a medium or something, and that is insane.
And now that ghost will kill you if it touches you, but the ghost is on rails and does not come directly for you. So if you get to the higher levels and he's under you, he doesn't just skip up.
Now, this is the whole game, right? Like,
Correct.
this one level?
This one level, you just play it harder. And the
To
princess...
the death or to the pain? I'm sorry, I'm going to keep making that
First
joke
one
until somebody
and then
gets
the
it.
other.
Should I go
Princess
down or
Bride.
should
Down.
I go...
Go down.
Okay.
It's down. Yeah, they try to confuse you there. But it's just...
Oh, that's right, because then you got the bats to avoid.
bat jumping is a sport.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't... again, have I missed more of these? The way is down here? Or is this the first time they start putting little jokes in?
No, it's
The
been
level.
there all the time. Even in the trial, it's there.
No, I meant like I didn't recognize if there are any in the beginning areas.
Oh, yeah, there's like one, but it's not really cute. No, you ninja this.
Wait,
So wait, what's ninja? Oh, you mean I like...
Yes.
Oh, that's what you were talking about in your review. Oh wow, okay, so spoilers there, guys. I guess I would have spent like a long time like you did on that. Alright, I'm rocking this. What was your rating on this one?
It was a try. If that one spot right there where you have to ninja it was a little bit more obvious, and every time I missed that platform, I just died because it was faster.
So
Oh.
wait, what am I...
Go to the left. You're trying to go up.
Oh, to make that jump, I guess I'm going to be at the very top of this platform.
Correct.
And then just trust I don't get fireballed up the ass. Okay. I'm sorry.
Fireballed up the butt.
Fireballed up the castle pane in my butt. I don't believe I made that. Just didn't. Okay.
Now you just kind of swim up that. Without falling onto the blades.
is it supposed to be?
Floating
How do you
air.
swim?
You mash A repeatedly.
Okay, there we go. Alright.
And then you hit the little... See, because he floats. He floats. Now, I was reading some reviews on this game from other sources, and they all are like, yeah, that dude kind of slides and floats. I do like the poo.
Is that what that is?
That's bird poo. You'll see the birds in a second. Don't touch the birds.
Don't touch anything in this game.
Well, like the first time I played it, I tried to
Jump into
avoid...
the cloud.
I jumped, I avoided the torch. Like, I was afraid to hit the torch at the edge, because I thought it was a spike. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. I don't know what happened there.
You shot up into the current and into the bird.
Do you have to launch from the current into the cloud, or can you...
Yeah,
Okay,
I think-
alright. I got my jump on. I got it. Oh, wait, what? What? We gotta get on top of it?
kind of into it, but you can't get into it from underneath.
I got it. There we go.
Stay in the cloud, stay in the cloud, stay in the cloud. Okay, get out.
To the cloud!
Oh!
Oh, you got robbed there.
I did. Alright. last one. You want to wrap anything up on this review?
It's really simple, and I like it. I just can't give it more than a try because of how little it is, even though it is only $1.
Yeah, so you just get the one level here. Once you've done that,
You see the princess over there in the right corner.
yeah. Can you can't pan the screen at all? No,
No.
you can't.
I like that you can see the whole thing. I wish Avon Hawkins had this, but you see there's the ghost way down there. The ghost gets faster too.
Oh wait, am I supposed to do something?
They
here?
want you to zoom so that you can see. That's... Oh,
wait, so I gotta land here.
yep. Oh, unfortunate.
Then I can get over here.
Watch for the spikes. And then... you...
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Okay,
Oh,
zoom back in.
I'm not trying to get over that little hole, am I?
You're trying to get in the hole.
In that little hole?
No,
across?
no. Just into the water. But you gotta swim as soon as... Oh. You can do it without panning out. I got to where I could at some point. But watch out for the fire, too. Now, I would land on the block that appears.
Alright, so
Getting
this
paid for
is
the watch.
Castle Pain. What was this? Was this 80 points? This is 80 points on Xbox Live Indie Games on the service now, and you can do this over and over again. Groundhog Day. Our last review this week is Dylan's review, and it is Solve It, Pack 1.
This is sort of a logic puzzler. The idea is you control this little rabbit,
The evil
looking
rabbit.
creature named Dennis, and you're given this 3D level, and you have to give him commands to turn or jump or move forward to get down to the star. Now the trick is you have to do this in 12 moves or less, and in many cases you're at least in the later levels, you're given macros of 4 commands that you can bind to the left bumper and right bumper. This is actually a pretty tricky one because there's kind of an obvious repeatable...
Yeah, I'm trying to set up the repeatable. I'm trying to remember how to do that.
You have to move down to your left button or left bumper block.
Oh, okay. Ah, there we go. Alright, sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to, like, do it through some weird
Yeah.
combination of...
But basically, in this one, you can actually see it has the gooey cubes that you have to avoid. So if you hit them, you'll die. Other levels will have blocks that if you step on it, you'll rotate in a particular direction. And the last grouping of levels has conveyor belts that will, when you hit them, will automatically move you to another square.
Oh, that didn't work at all.
No,
You're in an endless loop.
no, I think you have to go like
This last
forward,
one
right,
is a...
forward, left. Yeah.
And so the little flag tells you how far you made it. Like, I'm obviously
Yeah.
not going to make the whole one here, but I'm just seeing how far that got me
But
and where that leaves me.
yeah, and one of the difficulties in this game is you have your design mode and you have your test mode, and you can't stop midway through and step through your commands. You have to do it all at once.
Now, what's the goo do?
Death.
Yeah, that'll kill you.
Oh, okay. So I don't want to step there.
So
No.
this level isn't too bad as far as that goes, but in some levels, basically, it prevents you from, using certain series of commands. That actually tends to be the most difficult part of the game because, especially in later levels, I found myself writing out like all the steps I would take to get from the start to the end, and then trying to figure out how to basically encode them into macros. And in the later levels, you will have to pull out a paper and pen and do some work, because this is not just something you can easily do in
You're
your
probably
head.
gonna have the right button for another's.
I'm gonna have to forward jump, turn around, forward jump, turn around, forward jump, turn around. So I think that's gonna get me to the end. I think that'll solve this one.
Yeah.
Forward jump, turn around, and then I think if I do that, I think that solves this one. And I really hope so, because that would be perfect to end the review right here.
Yeah.
He's kind of cute, but kind of scary.
No, he's gonna knife you in the back in the alley. He's gonna smile at you. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
And that's what happens when you hit the goo.
So that last...
That last one is wrong.
Or wait, do I want to... Oh, no, I don't know what I want to do.
What you're going to have to do is turn left and then jump twice. So,
But, I mean, how can I redo my macros, though? I've used up all my moves.
What you may be able to do is, you see that middle line where you've got the turn, jump, turn, turn?
Mm-hmm.
Replace those last 3 commands with another right bumper.
Mm-hmm.
Just, delete those 3. Yeah, you have to go back into design mode. So basically, you're going to have 5 right bumpers in a row.
Well, no, that'll lead me into the goo.
So, 4. Try 4.
No, because you're replacing your jump and your 2.
Well, it's at least 4.
See where that takes me.
I think. Because that's one thing you have to do in some levels. You have to realize that if you're... Yeah, if you want to try to move forward but you can't, or you want to try to jump but you can't, it won't do anything.
Yeah, so 4.
So you're...
But we want to do 4.
Yeah, we want to do 4, and that's going to leave him... Which way is he facing at the end?
He's facing...
He'll
Towards
do
the left.
he'll do 2 turns. So he will jump,
So it'll be
and then
X,
he'll
Y, Y.
turn, and he'll turn. So we want to turn, jump, jump.
Yes.
Yeah. What I found interesting about this game was it's you want to turn the other direction.
Do I? Are you certain on that?
So, yes. It's a lot like programming. It kind of reminds me of a fancier but more restrictive version of Logo.
How do you unit test it?
You don't. This is your unit test.
This is not no dependency injection,
No dependency.
no separation of concerns. Oh, no, I was turning the right way. See, if we would have had a unit test right there and properly defined our behavioral-driven development, our agile practices would have scrummed him across the iteration. All right.
I gave this game a try. It's fun, but looks like you're turning around twice there. Okay.
Yay!
Okay, he came down in the opposite direction.
Even
I
little bunny
expected
has his
to.
little star, and he's not going to kill me tonight.
It's fun, and I think serious hardcore puzzle fans are going to enjoy it. But for the average player, it's going to get too hard too quickly. I wish there were more levels and more simple levels so you could kind of enjoy it more before it got just
Insane.
insane.
And now it is time for our top 5 Xbox Live indie games of the week. As always, we discuss all the games released this week on our podcast, which you can check out at GameMarx.com/podcast. Our first game up is Tournament Abronium. This is a action and adventure, and Mexon is the developer on this. So let's jump in here. We'll just do a quick play for this. Nice menu graphics. I kind of like the art style that it does. I'm going to play this one because I know what this one is. This one is basically a keep away. So there's like a little ring thing that you bump in to get, and wow, why aren't you guys in the game?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Can you hit start or something? A. Alright,
Oh,
it got really tiny on us.
very tiny, very quickly.
Who has the ring?
I don't know.
I think maybe I have the ring.
Are you purple dude? Yep, you're Dylan. So I'm gonna smack into you, and now I have the ring. And you gotta hold the ring for a total of 2 minutes, I think? Or is it a total of 90 seconds? Ring stolen from me.
And you have to.
There are like little weapons and power-ups. You can do a right bumper and shoot like what? Whoa! How did I just lose
The
it?
rope gun
Yeah.
is one of the game's big mechanics. But I never really figured out how to use it. I played this level when I was trying out the game. I played this level, and then I played a race level. It seems like there's a lot of different game types, although I never really figured out what was going on.
The game's pretty good about letting you know what to do. There's an arrow that tells you which direction the ring is. If you run out of life, because I guess you have some kind of life, I'm not really clear
crap.
on that.
Is anybody else's car like screaming at them, like shaking?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with your life value. Or maybe that's because I'm down to almost winning the game with the time that I've had the ring in total.
Like, no, I had the ring for a while, and
See, like, it was vibrating when I have it, and as soon as I lost it, it stopped vibrating for me.
okay,
Yeah, maybe you had the ring.
I had the ring, and it was vibrating. I knew I had the ring. Ow. Leave me alone. Stop shooting at me. I don't understand.
Now, X is boost.
I got that.
Okay.
I was not aware of that. I wish I'd known.
I debated on not telling you.
Ah, someone else has it now.
I don't know how you... Oh, okay, my other trigger is shooting.
Yeah. One trigger
Yeah.
shoes, one something.
Oh,
Oh, there's like a dual
Rings.
stick component to it. Oh, I just realized that.
yeah, there really is a lot to this game. It almost feels like there's too much crammed into it to really get it all down. But we've just
Damn
played
it.
the trial at this point, so it's hard to say. Computer player? Yes, it is.
I'm trying to one-hand this game while I try to get the ring back.
Whatever your excuse is.
I had to give her back her binky.
Using the baby, that's low.
Did you not hear her start to get angry?
It's low. Y'all ain't gonna catch me. Oh,
Never say never, dude.
Funny that you say that.
How do you mention that?
Not exactly sure how much damage I'm doing with this weapon I've got.
Oh, I'm about to die. I can tell because my screen is going red. No, baby.
so our scores at the top, are they counting down?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Basically, when they go, the winner would be the one with the lowest time. I think that's the way this works.
Oh,
What you did with it?
hurry while she's distracted.
Here you go. Right, Daddy's got it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suck it.
See, I got a silver even dealing with her.
So there are a crazy number of modes here. So we've got 35 maps, 10 different game styles. Score, knockout, our trial ran out on this.
Yeah. I played a maze level.
This is Abronium Tournament and is 240 points. Our next game this week is Avatar Fighter, a Street Fighter with avatars. Dylan and Cicely are going to take this one here. So I kind of think it was kind of weird that you can't play
your own avatar.
You could if you bought the game. And Ryan basically has Ryu's moves from Street Fighter.
I know, he's got the like little kick, he's got the Hadouken, he's got...
And there's also a, you see the timer counting down?
Yeah.
That's how long before we can use our super moves.
Although I saw...
That's kind of cool.
You have the super Hadouken from Alpha. I did not know that.
Abe Lincoln just emancipated all over your face.
Yes, he did.
Actually, what's cool is his alternate form isn't just a palette swap, it's actually...
different clothes.
Yeah, like he's wearing a bowler. Which I thought that was an interesting detail.
Ryu wins. Round two. Fight.
It's a pretty good game. Out of all the fighting games we've played so far, Battle High, I think was... I'm trying to think what other ones. I know that's the only one I reviewed. When it stands up to things like that, it kind of feels a bit loose or laggy. I think you were saying...
Yeah, I didn't find the controls to respond well.
And it's got like a Mortal Kombat type pause. You see that? Where just before you hit with the strong uppercut, where I hit with the strong uppercut.
Oh crap. It was a waste. Oh, I'm about to die. No, I see what you're saying about the Mortal Kombat feel.
It was so sad that you know all these moves just from playing other fighting games. Playing this one pretty much sight unseen, you already know the special moves.
Well, I like learned to do them. It's quarter circle forward, and it's also the shuriken motion. I mean, it's pretty much standard fighting game.
Once you figure out who your character is, they are that.
Now, your character actually is a little bit odd because
he's kind of like Sagat.
Yeah, but he's got the bolo, and if you use it with the heavy punch, it does one thing. It goes in one direction. If you use it with the light punch, it goes in a different direction.
Crap! You're gonna alpha this crap all over my face.
Yeah. I think the characters only have like 2 moves and a super move, so it's kind of limited compared to... I keep going back to Battle High, but that's what I think about.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see...
what moves we would have.
Yeah. Hold on, let me... Okay, yeah, you can actually choose which moves you use, and you're picking from all the characters.
So you can pretty much make your avatar be
yeah
the character you're used to playing in that game.
Do they have?
I mean, it's kind of nice. It's novel because it lets you play with your avatar in a fighting game, which I think people want to do. I mean, I think it'll be popular because of that. Does it have an online? Did we see if there was an online play mode?
There is not, from what I can tell.
Versus, there was no...
Versus is just...
It's just local, so... I know that's probably going...
to knock it
down, yeah. Like, people will definitely want an online mode to play something like this.
And I think it would probably knock your avatars... Like, I've got, like, something licensed on, I think. So I don't think it would put that in there.
So that is Avatar Fighter, and it is 80 points. Our next game this week is Allied Assault Squadron. 240 point racing and flying is the category this one's in. And this one, we talked about this on the podcast before, the 1941, 1942. We have talked about the need, and we even talked about making.
What's funny is this actually reminds me a lot of Crimson Skies, even to the point where they have a Zeppelin.
So,
yeah.
The thing that, like, immediately that I miss here is, that I can't flip over. You know, like the trademark 1942, barrel roll, and loop, you can't do, in this game.
You know, I didn't even think, but,
Press A to join, yeah, jump in, guys, see if,
Okay.
yeah, pick your plane, and...
Which will offset some of the problems I had with this game.
I did find this a little difficult. I found the game, to be, a little hard to... Like, I could barely make it to the Zeppelin, on the first one, and the first time I finally made it to the Zeppelin, he just waxed me. I mean,
yeah, I didn't know what I was supposed to do, honestly.
I hated the fact that all those guys can go to side, like just straight side to side. You can't.
Yeah, and I got the impression from the crosshair, because I've seen that in other games, that you're supposed to be, like, that's the optimum distance.
well, no, the crosshair in this one is the ground target.
Oh, okay. See, it's hard to get a sight on people without getting so close that they damage you. I'm already, like... Of course, I picked the plane with the highest armor.
I just like Mustangs. The plane, I really couldn't care about the car. Alright, so now we're at the Zeppelin. This is as far as I ever made it on my own.
I never figured out...
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be hitting on this.
I think you're supposed to bomb him.
I can't even remember what button you pressed.
The trigger. The left.
Oh, right.
I wonder if I can jump back in.
You said press A to join.
I can jump back in. So this is obviously one of those games, as long as you get a buddy and you don't both wipe at the same time, you can keep going. Ah, okay, so she got the little platforms on the sides. Oh, now we can hit the Zeppelin itself.
You know you don't have to keep pressing that, right?
It shoots quicker if you do,
Oh, okay.
but you can tap A as well, right? Yeah, it's A.
So that was actually farther than I got alone.
Yeah, well, I've never, I guess we're not going to go on, are we?
No.
That's all we're going to get to see in a demo. I never got, the controls moving around the menu are not very good.
No.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was picking my plane. It's a really slick presentation, but it's kind of awkward to play. And I guess part of it, too, is I'm not sure what the bombs are supposed to do versus...
I mean, I really like the looks of the planes. I kind of like the graphics of this game. It evokes the proper 1941, 1942 gameplay style.
I like the girls. They're cute.
It has an art style to it. I like the little splash image as the game loads, you know, as you go into it. It's really done that well. Gameplay-wise, I find it a little difficult, and, you know, a little on the difficult side, and some of the features, it's so close to 1941, 1942, like not seeing the planes do the loops and things like that. I just noticed that they're missing on that.
Yeah.
So this is 240 points, and find it in the racing and flying section. Our next game in the top 5 of the week is Infinity Danger by Milkstone Studios. So this is a dual stick shooter, but instead of taking on large swarms of enemies, you kind of take on one, feels like almost like a boss fight at a time.
Yeah, that has to be taken down piece by piece, usually.
I found that you need to take out the center of it, so if you work your way to where you can get a shot on the platform that has the blue piece, you can take that down. But there also seem to be, like, in achievements, I see you're about to take the whole thing down here. Yep.
Yes, but I think it's easier.
And then there also were achievements based on, like, taking out the turrets first, or I was getting achievements whether I hit the center.
It seems to be all time-based. If you get killed, you just respawn later. There doesn't seem to be a certain number of lives. You just lose a chunk of time. It's an interesting game. It doesn't... I don't know, if you're looking for a full-on shooter, it may not be what you're looking for, but it's a really, really slick game.
I also thought the boundaries was kind of an interesting, subtle change, you know, for the genre. Limiting where you can go, but allowing you to move around a little bit and not kind of see the boundaries. You know, normally it's like a hard square.
Yeah. They're kind of implied, but they're not immediately obvious. So you can get yourself back to the corner.
Yeah, so eventually, I mean, that's how I would die in this. I would get myself trapped, and there would just be too much missiles coming out. I couldn't avoid getting hit. It has a trial mode world ranking at the bottom, so I'm assuming that this is going to be a high score. Now, I noticed on big ones like these, if you take out the platforms that are connecting them toward the center, it will blow up all the ones. Like, they won't... They'll fall off like that, so you can...
That's pretty awesome. Oh.
I never run into any power-ups. I don't know if...
I got the impression there weren't really... Like, you're pretty powerful already. It's just targeting the right things.
Oh, this...
it's kind of cool to get the Japanese symbols. For the different achievements and things.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they're referring to in this case.
I don't know, because that looked like Go.
It seems to be harder to take down pieces.
If you're hitting, yeah, they're better protected the more pieces around them.
Trial limits you to 6 battles, so this is going to be the last.
Yeah. Really looks good, though. I mean, it's a really graphically polished, nice style. Did you just slam into him?
I think you did.
I thought it limited... Oh, okay.
There it is.
You go.
And that's the trial. So this is Infinity Danger, 80 points, Milkstone Studios. Our last game on the list this week is Little Demon Splatter. This is a shooter. Matthew M. is the developer on it. So this is a first-person arena shooter, and you're basically running around with your little portal-looking gun there, trying to shoot these little guys. And there'll be different color ones. I didn't really figure out what the different colors meant. I don't know if you did.
When you kill them, which hopefully I will be able to do for this review, they will splatter into, like there. And you'll notice that fills up my gauge up in the top right corner. So, so now I can use that to get a speed boost. Which is not really particularly useful to me right now.
There was a health beam on mine.
It seems to come and go. I didn't play long enough to figure out how that works. Oh, and I got killed.
Wow, you were out pretty quick on that one.
These guys are tough.
I do like the art style.
Yes, it's very, very
It's a
slick.
very well done 3D graphics and art, and many times, you know, in indie games, and even on some non-indie games and larger titles, getting the right lighting, you know, done well, and the textures done well. I mean, I know this one is simple, but, you know, if simple works, do it. And it definitely has a theme and a style to it.
Yeah. And the level, despite being, you know, kind of small for a first-person shooter, is, you know, surprisingly, you never really feel constrained.
Move around way too quick for me, though.
It did play a little fast, I think. It's definitely a veteran shooter game. It's not, this is not an introductory shooter. Even though it looks like, you know, it's a little guys, it might be simple to get going.
I wish I had, like, the, rapid fire guys, the yellow guys, because then you'd actually see, if you kill a whole bunch of them at once, you get, like, the Unreal Tournament style multi-kill.
Yeah, I don't know why your level is kind of just stuck on the green guys, because I was having all different colors come.
It seems to be random, because I know I played a couple games before I...
There doesn't seem to be any modes or anything in this game. At least, definitely not in the trial that I saw. Did you realize you can run up the little ramps?
Yeah, I've never really...
And then one of the buttons jumps, like the left or right trigger.
Yeah.
You got more green guys.
You can kind of headshot them, like, if you do that, it'll deal way more damage to them. It's hard to do because the gun fires so slowly.
Also, like how you get the image of the veins in your eye.
I didn't notice that. Like when you get hit or what?
Yeah, it'll flash with the red haze, and then it looks like veins in your eye.
Yeah, it's a real subtle thing. I mean, it's kind of like the gun bob there that you got. Like, unless you're looking for these things, you don't notice, but they make they add to what the polish of the game. I mean, they speak to. This one has a nice professional touch to it. And these things are missing a lot of times from
indie games.
You know, they're the little subtle things you learn from experience. So, all right, well, there's another death. So 29 demons gone, 2 Dylans dead. That is Little Demon Splatter. Matthew M is the developer on that shooter, and it is 80 points. And now it is the time of the show where we look over these top 5 games of the week. And we choose the GameMarx Game of the Week. No one wants to go first this week?
My vote would probably be Infinity Danger, but I also really like Avatar Fighter and Little Demon Splatter.
I think I'm anti-Avatar Fighter. I don't think it's a surprise. I liked Infinity Danger. The other ones we had this week, Allied Assault Squadron, the gameplay needed some work, I think. Not that it's a bad game, it's in our top 5, it's just to be the game of the week. I think that's what keeps it out of the list there. And our other title this week was... the Abronium, which is a little complex, I think. It might be a great game, but it's a lot to pick up and play and get into for a multiplayer game, so it has a lot of levels. So we're looking at the Infinity Danger, you said Avatar Fighter, and the other one there, Little Demon Splatter.
I like the fighting game with those three.
Avatar Fighter, huh?
This was a really rough week because we had a lot of games release and there weren't any real, standouts.
We don't have a standout winner, but we don't have standout losers either.
Yeah.
We don't have, these are obviously can't be those, so here's by default on that one. I think What did you feel on Infinity Danger?
Which one was that? That was the...
That was the twin-stick shooter that just has the big boss ships.
It was kind of simplistic. It's like, I miss the waves. If I'm gonna have a twin-stick shooter, I want a wave.
That's true on that.
So it lost bonus points, and I gave Avatar bonus points because it's the first Avatar game that I really want to play.
It is true. Although, like, having been spoiled by a couple of the other fighting games on the service,
it's not great for fighting games, but it's wonderful for an Avatar game.
I guess for little splatters, it played a little fast, and the gun wasn't shooting quick enough, so it was more difficult than it should have been. I would have liked to have been able to mow down hordes of the little splatters, versus multiple hits to drop one and having this really slow fire gun. So.
Yeah, and plus in the video, you can get stuck with all creatures of one color, and that really screws you over.
So I guess I'm gonna have to agree that it's the Avatar fighting game for those reasons there. So congratulations, Avatar fighting game, Avatar Fighter. Cicely said it. You're the first Avatar game we want to play. Oh, that maybe mean to a couple other Avatar games that we've liked on the service before. Thank you everyone for watching the show.